Hello!
My name is Ethan.
And mine is Nathaniel.
Together we both run the Guild of Snails.
And today we wanted to share a message with all of you that we thought you would like. Happy 2 years!
The exact date this video is released is the same date as our first ever video.
So, to celebrate, we thought we would make a little video to appreciate everyone who has helped us over the last 2 years.
So please, enjoy this reenactment of the first ever video on our channel, Bitter Bastards, Men of Faith.
Voiced and edited by us, and maybe a robot.
Welcome prisoner 106789442. Your release shall be decided based on this meeting. So be sure to show your improvements and plans for the future. The council shall judge fair and just based on your responses.
Please begin by stating your full legal name.
Joseph Reddingike.
And the crime you were convicted of?
Is that relevant to the topic of my parole?
Honesty of your past is important, Joseph.
Alright, I was convicted on 41 counts of manslaughter. But it really wasn't my fault. It just got out of hand.
We'll get there, Joseph. For now, tell us of your improvements in Ivan Rock since your conviction.
Well, I've been working on my anger, and recently I stopped considering killing my cellmate, seeing him as a whole person and all that. Oh, and I've been meditating. I take classes every Tuesday.
What are your plans for the outside?
You know, I really thought about this question, and honestly, I'm gonna start another church. And this time, I'm gonna really try. The first time wasn't of God. It wasn't really for anything. Maybe my ego. My uncle has an empty farmhouse. That's gonna be home base. Mark my word, there's gonna be healing and pure worship. I'm really gonna listen to God this time. This time for sure.
I see. What does God tell you to do these days?
God hasn't talked to me much. I think he's angry. I don't think he likes me seeing Dr. Sims. It was the same way when I was a kid.
Tell me about your childhood, and be in depth too.
I was a normal kid with normal parents. We went to church on Sundays, I went to public school on weekdays, and woke up early for Saturday cartoons. I had sleepovers, Nerf wars, friends. I had to attend my grandparents' funeral. I was in the room when my sister was born. I was normal. Nothing out of the ordinary happened. If you think you'll prove something by this question, that's not going to happen. Like I said, my conviction is based on pure fiction.
We're on your side, Joseph. Now tell us when you started talking to God.
You mean when God started to talk to me? You people always twist things up. Anyway, I can't pinpoint an exact moment. I feel like God has always talked to me. It just took time for me to understand him. College was the first time I understood him. I was sitting in the cafeteria enjoying my lunch.
Alone?
What?
Were you alone?
Yes, but I don't see why it matters.
Continue.
Okay. I was sitting in the cafeteria and I heard a voice. It was deep, so deep. The noise of the cafeteria dropped to nothing. Then my forehead felt his voice. "Drop your net, my child! Be a fisher of men!" I woke up in the hospital. My eyes could see so many new colors. All these things I once worried about, they seemed so silly now. I knew, in that moment, I would be a great prophet. The scales fell from my eyes. My soul had a uniform and singular goal. I was to find the weak and lost and bring them home. My church would have the rejects, the broken, the cast aside. I wouldn't rest until the unloved would be filled, overflowed with his love.
Why the broken? What made them so special?
You want me to get angry, huh? Asking these ignorant questions, expecting me to be this crazy guy, give you wackadoodle answers to affirm that you're normal. You're not normal. It's not normal to cast aside the ill, to let your broken brothers and sisters struggle. How many homeless did you pass by today? How many of the men and women in this prison have broken minds? How many were hurt as kids? Why do they have to be special? Why can't they have faith and that's enough? The truth is, and what you can't see is, what you so hate about the world is that the cast aside are the only ones who truly know what God's love feels like. They truly have to rely on him. You normal people only depend on God when it's convenient. When your car breaks down, when you're sick, the cast aside needs him every day. They can't even leave the house without his strength.
Then explain how you directed the largest mass suicide of the century.
How? Your minds are too small to really understand what happened.
Try us. Surely a man of your intellect can do such a feat.
I helped those people ascend. God said he wanted them to join him, and I complied. It wasn't a mass suicide. It was allowing his angels to return home. You weren't there. You didn't see how relieved they were. They'd been through so much pain. Their bodies were mangled, beaten, broken. Their minds were full of pain and hurt. It wasn't God that did that. It was you and your sins. You couldn't let them live their natural lives. You forced them to take medications to restrict them. You wrangled their minds into a complacent state. Put them in this box. I set them free. I let them live, and I would do it again if I could.
Just one more question.
Hurry it up.
If you were helping these people, why didn't you join them? Does God not love you enough to let you join heaven?
My work isn't done. I can't just leave now. There are more to help.
How?
There are more to find, more to save. My church will come back, better and stronger than ever.
What happens when God tells you to kill more people?
He's never and never will tell me to do such a thing.
How do you know?
I just do!
Isn't God not supposed to be put in a box? And why would it be bad if he was?
Stop putting God in quotes! I'm not crazy, I'm not!
You said to yourself you haven't heard from God since you've taken your meds.
Stop!
God isn't talking to you, Joseph. You know that. We know that.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're so in the world you couldn't even understand who you're talking to. I am a prophet from the Lord. I shall save the weak. You'll never stop me. Never!
Thank you for your time, Joseph. Goodbye now.
Application denied.
You didn't think that was all, did you?
We'll be reading off every person who has worked on our project as it scrolls by. Wojciech Mastros,
Metzger,
Alex Chung,
Jacob Sexton,
Devin Bower,
Cyril Paul,
Elena Lipidarov,
Sama,
Stefan Newhand,
Jacob B. Gonzalez, aka Little Churro,
Jim Kogan,
Mango,
and me,
Amaya,
Jen Lipidarov,
Chidamembi Njoko Brown,
Jamie Fun Lee,
Pink Chroma,
Thomas Calvert,
Kelly Dexo,
Andre, aka Smoking Hot Pizza,
Roasted Oats,
Alan Concepcion,
Ren,
JF Wilson,
Toasty VA,
Abdi,
Joe Kilcar,
Doom Claus,
Tavis Leeds,
Menelik Henry Dyer,
John Kennard,
Ronnie NG,
CK Ramos,
Lauren Decan,
Coco Nutrition,
Donna Lipidarov,
Xerxes,
Michael Churzinski,
Punished Gear, and of course,
Nathaniel Lipidarov.
and Ethan Skinner. Cheers to a new year and goodbye for now.